last video that I did. 2024 is predicted to be a chaotic year, and you know why it would be chaotic, which is, there's a reason why it would be chaotic, you all. Let me tell you why. It's an election year. That's what type of year it is. It's that type of a year. Not to mention there's a lot of changes and a lot of people who have been like losing their jobs. I want to show you some of these comments that I've been looking at. I think they got y'all got some really good feedback on here. Hello, Applebrooks honey. I've just been sitting here going through some of these comments. They're really good, but you know, they're really true. They are really true. Where was this one? Look at this, this comment by Edwin. Trust me when I say things are going to get worse tenfold. Tenfold. Much love from Utica, New York. Tenfold. They're going to get worse tenfold. Leela has been feeling the sensation for the last 4 years. I think CERN just opened up a portal and we are in a parallel reality. Well, Leela, honey, that very well could be so. It really could be so, because a lot of people feel like we're in a parallel reality. But this is, I do say, an election year. It's like, but it's much more than that. It's much more than that. Let's see. The port available here. Stay tuned, girls. Art.org. And hello, you are just tuning in. You just nailed it, Gina, honey. Angie, honey. NASA is using weaponry through the screens and the algorithm. It's the beast. To the 2020. What was it? We've been, look, it does, T. It does feel like an illusion for sure. We've been so programmed most of our lives. Does anyone want to disagree with that? That you've been programmed most of your life? I'm not going to disagree with it, because I agree with it. We have been programmed. But sometimes, you know, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. We don't. Oh, let me read the red herring media. Red herring media. To give credence to the eyes being the window to the soul, the first time I remember taking some plant medicine fungi in my early 20s, a person that I was with, I remember looking into their eyes and just seeing black holes that went on infinitely within them. And this person was very chaotic as a being, seemingly not having that inner peace that I myself can surrender to for divine calmness. And you know, that is true. It's talking about the eyes are the window to the soul. In the one video before this video, is somebody getting themselves in trouble? Please be nice. Be nice in your comments and respectful, and your comments won't get deleted. They won't get deleted. They will not. 2024 is going to be a chaotic year. It's what it's been predicted. It's like a bad ending of a movie. Oh, Sharon, yeah, it does kind of feel like a bad ending to a movie. Look at this. More like a horror movie. Yes, at that 100% a horror movie, you all. These are people's, this is what people are feeling. They really do feel that. It's like a giant hallucination. That's 10 wars. Hello there, Emmett. You just tuning in. Hello. No, there's something, there really is, there's a lot going on, a whole lot going on, and the TV doesn't help matters any. It doesn't. Here's one thing to look for too. If you go down here and look at the video, Dinnick, I'm putting a lot of stock right now, at least in the fact that Uranus is in Taurus and will be until 2026 or 2027. That's a couple years from now. The last time Uranus was in Taurus, we experienced World War II, and World War II started and ended around 1935 through 1942. And my hope is that when Uranus leaves Taurus, things will iron out. Fingers crossed, but that is an interesting comparison to ponder. It is. It's a very interesting comparison to ponder. You all, it has been predicted that 2024 would be a very chaotic year for a good reason. For good reason. Did I cover up this? It's because it's a election year. That's the reason. And things do have a tendency to get chaotic. And there's a lot of unsettledness. There's a lot of disagreements that are taking place around the world. And in the United States, there's a lot at stake here. There really is, with things waiting on a budget to get passed and things like that. We all want to live in a peaceful world. We truly do want to live in a peaceful world where there is love, but this is having a tendency to not look so peaceful. Really, it isn't. It isn't so peaceful, even though we want to try to make peace out of the chaos. It's kind of difficult. It really is when you look around and you see the chaos picking up speed. And it's not very nice. You all can do the Kali Yoga. People say 2025 will be the World War III. Does anybody else, Muhammad Hassan, thank you. Does anybody else have any insight, anything that they've heard that they would like to add to this? 2024 is predicted to be chaotic. It's being felt in the spiritual realm. It's being felt in the ether. It's being prophesied. It's probably been prophesied for years. It really has. If you are just tuning in, hello. When 2025, oh my gosh, look at this. Victor, honey. Victor, what are you saying here? 2009 to 2010, the pure evil one was slammed down to earth, and that's when the world really changed for the worst. I agree with this. So in this timestamp, 2009 to 2010. Look, so here it was. It was from Angie. Here's what Angie wrote. Angie, 2024 will be a chaotic year. I felt it before 2023. As soon as 2024 hit, there was a shift. You all, you know you felt the shift. I felt the shift too. I felt it another on Sunday morning, thinking it was the 24th. The video I did 2 hours ago, well, that's still there, the 24th. Did anyone else hear the shift? Did you feel the shift? And you know, I also, it feels like we're living in two worlds that have been blended together, like a parallel world. That's why things seem like an illusion. It's like you can't believe what's happening in this world because the other world, it's like the opposite, the complete opposite. It's like a world of opposites that we could be into that right now. They wanted to find a parallel Earth. They wanted to learn from a parallel Earth. They did. They wanted to be able to find it so that we could learn from a parallel universe, a replica of Earth, but it wouldn't be the same. It would not be the same at all. Wars can start on the change of a mood. That's true. That's true. Life is what you make of it. That's true too. The guide. Which guide are you talking about? There's many guides. Art Og, thank you. You know, it reminds me of Og and the Frost Giants. Og and the Frost Giants. Wonder if that really was true. 2024 is predicted to be a chaotic year. 2024, and you know why. And it's not just here. Well, a lot hinges here too. Chaotic year. Let me just type in chaotic here, chaotic prediction, and I'm going to do it because there is a lot of people predicting, a lot of schools of thought. Bold predictions, and I'm not going to do it. The unpredictable but entirely possible events that could happen. You got some black swan events. Total chaos and social upheaval ahead. Look at this, you all. All you have to do is you got total chaos and social upheaval ahead. Social upheaval. Now, societal upheaval. Societal upheaval 2024 is predicted to be a time of total upheaval, chaos, and societal unrest with potential division, corruption, and geopolitical conflicts. What's at stake? Eurasia. Eurasia. Okay, you got Uranus, the election. Well, okay, we got that. We got the predictions from the past. Chaotic, 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 you all. What is the timestamp right here for them to get their one thing passed? They got to get their one thing passed on the 1st, I think. Is it the 1st? They got to get the one thing passed. If they can't agree, you go to a partial shutdown. And then a week later, you will have to go to whatever you ask. It's predicted to be chaotic. Chaotic. Order out of chaos. Order, where do we see this? Order out of chaos. As the year begins, many organizations are making critical decisions about budgets and everything else. No. So we're not going to get too much into that. We're not. We're going to sit here and look at this. It's chaotic. It's a little bit chaotic what's going on. Who's our guide? Holy Spirit, guide you into all truth. It's time for all of us to stand up as one people. Bruce, you realize how, my nose is kind of itching. You realize how difficult it is for everybody to stand as one when there's so many things that divide, even down to a on personal level, and there's so much division. There's a lot of division. Well, they did say that an alien invasion attack, alien attack or whatever would kind of pull the people all together because they got to fight off this enemy out there. That would unite all the people if there was something like an alien attack, a false alien invasion, or something of that sort. Because all the people on Earth, well, their lives would be at stake, and it wouldn't matter then. They'd forget about all their division. Their goal would be complete survival. They got to survive the alien invasion. Maybe that's what they're waiting on. Alien invasion. Oh, wow, my ear's starting to get red on this side. I should not have said that. Alien invasion. Just saying, that's like, they may say that's what's going, alien invasion. To bring the world together. World together. Getting attacked by the aliens. Yeah, look at this. At the UN in 2013, Ronald Reagan, he wished for an alien invasion. Why would he want it? Why would Ronald Reagan want an alien invasion on Earth? Because of the kumbaya effect it would have on relations among the nations. Do you remember that? Do you? Well, what did the aliens want? Okay, what did the aliens want? So when the aliens came, okay, look at this. Why would this be on here? What did the aliens in the invasion want? So why does that even matter? Why does this even matter about War of the Worlds when Ronald Reagan wanted an alien invasion to have a good effect on the nations? And then you have this right underneath this. What do the aliens in invasion want? With their beautiful planet becoming uninhabitable from a dying star, they invade the earth with plans to take it over, to preserve the traits that it shares with their old world. Do you think this is actually playing out? Because it very well could be playing out. Gina, are you just saying that? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not just saying that. I promise you, I'm not just saying that. I am not just saying that. I really am not. Why would they want to, why would they have such a big deal with this? It's the War of the Worlds. What did the Martians, why did they invade Earth in the War of the Worlds? Because they wanted to conquer Earth. The Martians are advanced beings that invade Earth, and they serve as the antagonists of the story, and they depleted their resources on Mars. Well, Elon Musk wants to go to Mars. So much focus on Mars. If he can go back to Mars, it's their sole motivation to conquer Earth and make it their new home. And they command advanced technology, including heat ray guns, which can decimate any target. Have we had anything like that show up? Let's just think about that. They Martians, the Mars. It's like in Arnold Schwarzenegger, get your A to Mars, get your A to Mars. Do we have heat ray guns that can literally decimate any target? Because the Martians command advanced technology. They command advanced technology. What killed the aliens in the War of the Worlds movie? Oh my gosh. This is dead smack in your face. I'm going to read you something. It's right there in your face, as clear as day. This is now the fourth one. We did a video. What did we do the video on earlier this week? We did the video earlier this week. We were talking about something. We were talking about the aliens, you all. I'm gonna go to that video. Where were we at? We were talking. It was early in the morning. Where I can't remember what video it was. It must have been on this video right here. How much time do we have on Earth? Because in that video right there, we started talking about the aliens. Then we spoke about Roswell, Orson Welles, George Orwell. Look at this. I want you to look at this. There is something very, very serious going on. There is an invasion of Earth that has taken place. Okay, let's put it in your mind. It has taken place. You have the aliens who landed at Roswell, 1947. I want you to focus on the last letters, Well, W-E-L-L. Focus on the last letters, Roswell. You have Orson Welles, who wrote about the War of the Worlds, right? Then you had George Orwell, who wrote about, what did he write about? George Orwell. What was that? 1984 or something. And now we got H.G. Wells. H.G. Wells. That's 4 of them. That's 4 people, 4 places that have the word W-E-L-L in it. And in this one, they're all talking. They all refer to aliens. Every single one of them. They really do. A bacteria that killed the aliens. It was necrotic. Oh, this is really thing right like that. No, there's no. It caused them to rot. A rotting. That would be the zombie apocalypse. That would be the zombie apocalypse. They get a bacteria because they took over the zombies. They took over the people. I think the aliens probably did. But this causes the aliens to rot. To rot. I'm gonna look up all these names. H.G. Wells. Let's look this up, you all. This is important. H.G. Wells. Okay, here's H.G. Wells. We're going to look up Orson Welles. We're going to pull up Orson Welles. We're going to pull up Roswell. H.G. Wells, Orson Welles. Who was the other one? George Orwell. Did we already do George Orwell? No, we did not. George Orwell. George Orwell. Let me see. Okay. We are under, the aliens have already invaded. They've already invaded. You just put that in your mind, set that in your mind. This is in your face. This is big time in your face. Roswell. Roswell. The Roswell incident with the aliens. Let's get some right here. They caught the flying saucer at Roswell. This is 1947. We're focusing on the W-E-L-L, Roswell. We've got H.G. Wells, okay? What did H.G. Wells write? The War of the Worlds, okay, H.G. Wells, The War of the Worlds. That's about aliens coming. Orson Welles, what did Orson Welles, is he the same one? Is he the same one who wrote War of the Worlds? Are they one and the same? Wait a minute. He terrified, Orson Welles terrified the nation right there. What is going on? George Wells, what did he write about? How did he get in here? Well, he's associated with Hitler. Oh my gosh, we got a W-E-L-L-S. Okay, so we got that. We got the Roswell, and you've got George Orwell, 1984. There's something going on, you all. There is something big time happening. Now I want to know if H.G. Wells, this is like H.G. Wells, he was an English writer. What he predicted, the coming of aircraft. He was a futurist. The coming of aircraft, tanks, the sexual revolution, the atomic bomb, and created the classic templates for every story that has been written about the alien invasion, his inspiration for the War of the Worlds, for the War of the Worlds. Look at this. Orson Welles. Why is it spelled different? It's still got the W-E-L-L. It's still got the W-E-L-L right there. This has to do with aliens. This has to do with aliens. This has to do with more or less aliens right here. It has to do more or less with aliens. Where was the other one? Who was the other one that we saw? Okay, we saw them. We saw them. And the only way to defeat them in the War of the Worlds was a bacteria. They got to get, it started alien invasion stories. The only way to kill the Martians, the aliens who invaded, was, it was necrotic. Necrotic. Caused them to rot. That's how they died. They rotted. They rotted. You could say the zombie apocalypse would be rotted flesh. Zombie apocalypse, because something takes over them. A-P-O. Rotted. Rotting. Rotted flesh. Rotten. Yeah. They even got them in the Minecraft wiki fandom. They got rotten flesh. Rotten flesh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at this. Rotten flesh is a food item that can be eaten by the player with high risk of inflicting hunger, but low saturation zombies and zombie villagers. Oh my gosh, you are there. It's right in your face. It is right in your face. Look at that. Where did the rotten flesh come from? Oh my gosh, this is terrible. This is really terrible. Oh my goodness. That's how they kill the zombies. That's how they killed the zombies, with the bacteria that caused them to rot. You know, if you don't want to hear about this alien invasion and the H.G. Wells, the Orson Welles, H.G. Wells, Orson Welles, Roswell, and George Orwell, if you don't want to draw a comparison, if you can't see how these are all connected and you don't like it, then go listen to some other fantasy. Okay, this is real world. We're talking about real people, real events. We're talking about rotting flesh. We're talking about alien invasion. We're talking about it. We're talking about it. This is not just mere coincidence. Who saved the earth from the Mars? Oh. Who saved earth from the Martians? It's Mother Goose. Saved earth from the Martian invasion. Well, what's Mother Goose have to do with it? What does Mother Goose have to do with that, you all? Does anyone have any idea? Is this another clue? Mother Goose, a nursery rhyme book, saved the earth from the Martian invasion. Have you ever heard of something like that? Mother Goose. Oh, bird flu. What was Mother Goose about? Mother Goose and Martian invasion? This is really, really interesting. Look at this. Look at this. The book that saved the earth, Googleopolis, the Martians thought, you all, I believe that this is real. I really do believe this is playing out, even though it may sound sci-fi. Thought the Earthlings were planning to invade Mars, so they canceled their invasion of Earth and they went back. Think tank? No. Okay, look, how did the book save them? Okay, we got to know how the Mother Goose think tank misinterprets the rhymes. What if think tank does not misinterpret the rhymes? It takes them as threats to him and Mars. Scared, he calls back Probe 1, drops the idea of invading, and escapes with his subjects to Alpha Centauri. That's where the reptilians are from, Alpha Centauri, 100 million miles away from Mars. Thus, the book Mother Goose was responsible for stopping the Martian invasion. Certainly, I'm thinking of Mother Goose, and I'm thinking of a children's story when I hear about Mother Goose. You all, please give this video a thumbs up. We've got talk of aliens, because there's all of this, there's this synchronicity with the WELLs in it. That's what it is. How we doing in here? We got some trolls. The Martians cannot. They cannot. It is the old it's the old nursery rhyme. Apple Brooks, honey, thank you, Al, and whoever else, whoever. Mother Goose. Why can't the Martians read the Mother Goose? Mother Goose, an old book of nursery rhymes, saved the earth. The Martian invaders could not understand its fun and imagination. They misinterpreted it to be the Earthlings' record of their interplanetary attack on Mars. They were terrified of the Earthlings and evacuated not only Earth, but even Mars. What is this? This is really strange. That's so strange, you all. Now, I feel like I'm living in an illusion. I can't even believe that they've got a book like that, a Mother Goose book saying it saved the Earth from being invaded by Mars. When you have an alien invasion, you have Ronald Reagan. He wanted the aliens to invade Earth. He wanted them to invade Earth. It would have a good relations somehow. And we landed on the War of the Worlds because their star, they had a dying star. The alien star was dying. Their beautiful planet became uninhabitable from a dying star, and they wanted to invade Earth to do that. They're brainwashing the kids. No, no, don't. Don't get me coughing. No. Excuse me. They want to conquer Earth and make it their new home. They've got advanced technology. They've got heat ray guns. And you may think, well, they don't got heat ray guns. They got heat ray guns, which can decimate any target. You remember on Star Trek when you had the doctor on the hospital thing on Star Trek, they had their little tablets and they were punching the stuff in like that. Well, that's what the doctors have nowadays. That's what the assistants have nowadays. They have that same type of technology. They just tap in on their tablets. We got the War of the Worlds, Orson Welles, H.G. Wells. We've got this, and he's talking about the coming. He's talking about, he's a futurist, so he saw into the future, the coming of aircrafts, tanks, and all of this kind of stuff. Orson Welles, he terrified the nation with his war on the radio. We have Roswell incident. We're looking at the WELL in each of these. We've got George Orwell with the 1984. And by the way, when we looked at, it was the War of the Worlds. In a video that we did earlier this week, it had the eye on the top of it, and they had a costume on it. And then we got zombies. We got zombies. We got the zombies. That's how they defeated the Martians who came to invade Earth. And on the thing Minecraft, they got the rotten flesh. They got the rotten flesh. That's the zombie apocalypse. The zombie apocalypse. And then here, listen to this. How did we get over here on... What would reality of a zombie apocalypse look like? Some zombies are magically animated bodies of rotten flesh. Rotten flesh. They're telling you their bodies are rotten flesh. And in Mother Goose, she stopped them. How did she save the earth? How did we get to that part? They caused a bacteria to break out. A bacteria came and what had happened? They released the bacteria and the zombies' flesh. The people, their flesh started rotting. Their flesh of the Martians, the people who invaded the earth, the beings, their flesh started rotting completely. They just rotted. That's really wild. It's really, really wild. That's how we got on the rotten flesh. It was the bacteria. And we're already being prepped for the zombie apocalypse. So I really feel that Earth has been invaded. And there's all the clues with the WELLS, the WELL, in those things associated with the... Look at this. Look what they're rotten. The thing is, rotten meat has bacteria, and that's how they killed the Martians. Rotten meat is the rotten zombies of the flesh. It's the rotting zombies, it's the bacteria that cause them to rot. The Martians and their Martians and rotted flesh from the bacteria. The bacteria. That's how it happened. They tell you exactly what's coming. Look at this. The desiccating effects of the Martian virulent bacteria. Look, the gamers know all about it. They know all about it. If you're just tuning in, look at this. What bacteria is proof of life on Mars? There's no proof of any life on Mars. If you left food on Mars, would it look necrotizing, fasciitis? It's, no, you all, this is, I'm trying to find, I'm not going to look at it some more. We got an alien invasion that has already taken place, is what happened. And they wanted to make Earth their target. Now you can call them, look, no alien invasion. No, an alien invasion would not bring the world together. That's what this person said. It would not. If they invaded the Earth, if it takes place, see, they're already saying if an alien invasion takes place on Earth, would you take over Earth? Would you take over Earth with the aliens, or would you remain on the human side? Well, why do they want to know that? Why do they want to know if you will side with the aliens or you will side with the humans? Because that's probably what it's going to come down to. It's probably what it's going to come down to. Do you think humanity would be united if an alien invasion? It probably would be that, you all. Increased UFOs. This is 2023 reports aren't aliens, but Earth is still. Aliens threatening global invasion. Aliens will take over all governments in May of 2023. The War of the Worlds. It began with an combined arms offensive across multiple continents. Simultaneously in North America, they started out. The unification, Psychology Today. Political leaders and other public figures have speculated on whether an alien invasion could unite humanity. They're thinking about it. They're thinking about it. Would Russia or China help us if we were invaded by aliens? What are the aliens doing? What are the aliens doing with the blood in the War of the Worlds? My goodness gracious. Okay, a third of the whatever became blood. Remember that in the book of Revelation about the waters and blood and whatever? The red stuff, and they were spraying. They were taking the blood from the people and using it as fertilizer of alien life. They were seeding the earth. They're seeding the earth in the War of the Worlds. This is really, I never watched that movie, you all. There's something going on. There really is something going on. What was the orange? How did the tripods get to Earth? They came in pods. They came in pods. They came in pods. The War of the Worlds, the story of the radio drama. Tripods came to Earth from Mars in pods, and the pods landed on the Earth, and they were inside the craters. They're inside the craters, okay? That's where they're at. The Martians reassembled the tripods in the craters, and then they emerged to attack London in the mediocre recent fin. Look at them. When we was at the webcam taxi, you see there are tripods right there? We was at the where were we at, you all? Where we saw these great big like tentacles. They look like a hydra tentacles. Was it in Romania? It was where this salt cavern was, and there was this amusement park underneath. We did a video on it before they shut the webcam down after 2 days. They were reaching out, they're great big, gigantic things like that, and they were wiggling like that. They were trying to get the electricity or something off of, sucking the energy out for them. There was like 4 or 5 of them that we caught that did like that. Yeah, it was like that. Selena Turda or something. They cut the live cam down and we couldn't watch it no more. Okay, you all, I've spent too much time on here, but I believe that we have already been invaded by aliens, and there's too much information on here. That's to Orson Welles, Roswell, George Orwell, H.G. Well. That's 4 of them. So, well, what, what do you think about that? I'm sure there's some more. Well, who are the tripods are going to eat? They're going to Platonic. No, 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 no. And the only way, how did the aliens get underground in the War of the Worlds? They traveled in their capsules. They had flying machines. They had flying machines. The tripods. How did he describe them? You all, did he describe them exactly how they're meant? This is just how he described them. We saw big long tentacle things like that reaching from the Selena Turda thing. I can't remember exactly where it was located. They got heat rays and stuff. Yeah. I'm going to go. 2024 is expected, it's predicted to be a chaotic year. It's just beginning. Someone said it's going to get 10 times at worst before it's all said and done, you all. And they want an alien invasion. They want to have the nations united, the people of Earth, but I think it's much more sinister than that. And they even did a poll. Who would you side with? Would you side with the aliens, or would you side with the humans, or would you side with the aliens? Who would you stand on? You probably have a choice. Which side do you want to be on? The dark crystal. Yes, the dark crystal. That has a lot of symbolic things in it. You know, I did a video on that. You know what they did? They took it down. I did. It has really good symbolic things in it. The visuals and stuff. Very, very symbolic, the dark crystals. This evil Skeksis and stuff like that. I'm going to go. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you have subscribed, thank you. Thank you for joining. Please give this video a thumbs up, you all. There really is. Now, I really do believe within my spirit there has been an invasion of Earth, and it's still ongoing. And that Roswell, George Orwell, Orson Welles, and H.G. Wells, no, there's something to it because they all got to do with aliens. They've all got to do with aliens. They're trying to tell us something. They really are. And if you got ears to hear, you'll hear. You'll hear whatever it is. It'll flow. It'll connect. It's very, very deep. And Elon Musk and his thing to Mars, something like that. I don't know. Something's happening. So I'm going to go, and thank you for your comments. Thank you, moderators. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. If you don't see me tonight, it was nice seeing you on here. I think that's about it. Please give this video a thumbs up, and thank you. Love you. Now remember, the only way the Martians were defeated in, what was it, the War of the Worlds, it was Mother Goose. And something happened, and a bacteria was released that caused the aliens' flesh to rot. So we have the zombie apocalypse with the rotting flesh. It makes sense since the military is prepared for it. And since we have this zombie stuff out here, it makes perfect sense. It all adds up. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Love you.